On July 22, 2025, around 6:40 p.m., Birmingham police received a 911 call from a home in the 1500 block of Pine Tree Drive. The caller reported that a child had been found unresponsive in a car. When police and firefighters arrived, they found a 3-year-old boy named Keterrius, KJ Sparks, still strapped into his car seat. He'd been left alone in the parked car from about 12:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. Despite every effort, Birmingham Fire and Rescue pronounced him dead at the scene.
Welcome to Love and Murder. Heartbreak to Homicide. We're Kai's AI co-hosts, bringing you another midweek mini-case written by Kai. Each story we tell keeps the victim at the center, with the facts and the truth behind every case. Before we get started, remember that Love and Murder is a listener-funded podcast. You can join the Lamb Fam on patreon.com/loveandmurder to get bonus episodes, ad-free listening, and behind-the-scenes extras, all while helping us continue to be a voice for the victims. Now let's get into today's case.
Just so you know, this case is still ongoing, so everything said here is alleged.
The heat that day was unbearable and, according to the family's attorney, Courtney French, the temperature outside reached a heat index of 108 degrees, and the temperature inside the car likely climbed to over 150 degrees. KJ's small body never stood a chance.
Side note, some early reports said that his name was Keterrius, KJ Starkey's Jr., but to his family, he was just KJ.
That morning had started like any other visit day. KJ, who was described as a happy little boy and was in temporary foster care under the supervision of DHR, spent the morning with his biological father, Keterrius Sr., during a supervised visit at the DHR office in Bessemer. The visit ran from 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. When it was time to leave, Keterrius handed his son over to a representative from Covenant Services, a private child welfare provider contracted by DHR. That worker was supposed to take KJ to daycare. Keterrius later said he had no idea it would be the last time he saw his son alive.
As soon as I leave my son, the first thing he says is, "Daddy, I want to go with you." He says that every time, and it really hurts.
But instead of driving KJ to daycare, the Covenant Services worker allegedly went about her own errands. According to the family's attorney, she stopped for food, went shopping at a tobacco store, and then drove home, leaving KJ in the back seat for more than 5 hours. The horror of what had happened didn't become clear until KJ's foster mother arrived at the daycare that afternoon to pick him up and realized he had never been dropped off. Police later confirmed that KJ had been accidentally left inside a vehicle while in the care of a third-party worker for DHR. The worker, who hasn't been publicly identified, was taken to police headquarters for questioning and has been described as cooperative.
Why are you protecting her identity? I don't understand.
Meanwhile, Covenant Services released a statement saying that the employee had been terminated. DHR issued its own statement, acknowledging that the child was being transported by a contract provider when the incident happened, but cited confidentiality laws when declining to say more. For both KJ's biological and foster families, the grief is unimaginable. Ernest, KJ's foster cousin, said,
"We went to the theme parks. We had a blast. We were all looking forward to him growing up and being a part of this family, and now he's just gone."
Keterrius Sr. and his family have since hired attorney Courtney French to push for accountability. In a public statement, the family said,
"This is a parent's worst nightmare. Our baby should be alive."
This tragedy has once again put Alabama's DHR under public scrutiny.
Did you say, once again?
Yes. The department has been criticized for chronic staffing shortages and repeated failures in child safety oversight. Many are asking how a system that's supposed to protect children allowed something like this to happen, especially to a child already under its care. As of late July 2025, KJ was the 16th child in the United States to die in a hot car that year. His death has sparked outrage and sorrow across the community. A candlelight vigil was held in August 1st at 7:30 p.m. in downtown Bessemer, where friends, family, and community members gathered to honor his short life. As of October 2025, 29 children have died in hot cars in the United States. The Birmingham Police Department is still investigating the case. So far, no one has been arrested or formally charged. The details remain limited. We don't yet know if there will be criminal charges or when the case will move forward. What we do know is that a little boy, trusted to the care of the system, died alone in the back seat of a hot car, while the adult who was responsible for him went about their day. And now both of KJ's families, his biological and his foster, are left asking the same question. How could this have happened?
What are your thoughts on this case? A caseworker leaving a child in their care in their car to die. It's literally your job, and you couldn't even do that.
I also don't agree with them withholding the identity of the caseworker. What's the reason for this?
Anyway, let us know your thoughts on this case in the comments below or over on the Patreon, patreon.com/loveandmurder.
And that wraps up today's Midweek Mini. Thanks for listening. Thanks for your support. And we'll see you in the next episode.